Pele's rookie card becomes soccer's first $1 million card, sells for $1.3 million. It is from 1958, you guys.
Yeah, so this book is from the same year, and this is super interesting.
You guys know how this works. Stein goes and looks through all the craziness that's going on throughout the week, news-wise, sales-wise, all the goodies, and picks 10 books for the hot 10 books of the week. And we also have the almost 10, which are those books that just barely didn't make the list, or most of the time, just cool books that we saw throughout the week that we want to bring to you. We want to show to you guys that might have had good sales, might have been something that we brought up in other shows or something. It is my favorite part of the week, and love this segment. Brought to you by Beyond Wednesdays. You guys, go check it out. We are at 1,200 and something subs. Thank you to everybody over there that has rocked with us. It's been amazing. So let's get to it. The Almost 10, brought to you by Beyond Wednesdays. Starting off with a brand new book this week, and I can't say enough about Opus Publishing lately, you guys. Opus Publishing has been just awesome. I'm really looking forward to find out more about that publishing company. Would love to get some of the people from Opus on the channel at some point. But this is Bill and Ted's Day of the Dead, #1, the George Carlin photo variant, the Rest in Peace George Carlin variant, the memorial for George Carlin, and yeah, great cover.
First of all, can you believe I'm looking at the cover? I didn't realize he's been dead for 14 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, it feels like a couple years ago, man.
Man,
the world hasn't been the same since, man. I think that he saw the glitch happen and he checked out. He's like, fuck this. It's gonna get crazy.
I don't know. Do you think he could survive in today's society?
No, he would be going crazy. Absolutely crazy. Half of his comedy skits were based on like people who are the libs of TikTok people these days. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if he was successful in today's society, Blazing Saddles would be the #1 movie.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah,
I know you think of like him and like Sam Kinison he would have had a heart attack if he couldn't have done his comedy.
No,
man, craziness. Yeah, they would be canceled before they even spoke. So it is crazy stuff. But this is a cool book, and worth picking up, especially if you're a fan of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, those movies, this character. And was it a ratio? I don't know if it was necessarily a ratio.
This was a 1 in 5.
Oh, I thought it was a 1 in 10. Okay, cool.
1 in 5, yeah, and it's selling for like 10 or 15. So it's not like it's super expensive, but I mean, how many George Carlin photo variants are out there?
Very few.
Is this the only one?
Great point.
I think so. I bet you it's the only George Carlin thing, comic book wise, there is. And chat, if you know of another one, let us know. People catching this on the rewind, we want to hear about it in the comments below. If you know of any George Carlin stuff out there,
I want a photo variant of myself.
We can make that happen, Ben. We can make that happen.
I mean, just kind of like Dennis did, but he did it like in the background, and he did it with his weird face or whatever.
Oh, photobombed it.
Yeah. But I just want to just have just me just sitting here with some stupid face or something like that.
Yeah.
People be like, "Who is that?
I love your face.
What is he on a cover for?"
All right, next one. Let's get into it. It is an interesting book that reminds me why I love this segment so much. Stallmanen. This is a foreign book, you guys. Right here. This is a very interesting book. Shout out to the one and only Josh, International Comics, big time foreign comic guy. It has great content. Hangs out with us all the time. he's actually doing a foreign comic weekend again this weekend with me. I'll be joining in. So all day tomorrow we'll be selling books, including a bunch of foreign books and all kinds of stuff. And he just got done taking part in the heritage auction, the foreign heritage auction. So we'll be talking about that. But perfect timing to bring this book on the list right here, Stallman 22. And I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I don't speak Swedish.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. All I know is, so this is the front cover, which is got Superman, Batman, and Robin on there. Um, but on the back cover is Pele. Badass.
Whoa.
So this is like from 1957 or 58, something like that.
57.
So this is like
58. You're right. 58.
58. So this may be like the year, like this might be like Pele's like first year or second year in soccer or something like that. So
Well, let's take a
ve-
look. His card that's considered his rookie card is from 58. So you were 100%.
so
It was a $1 million card that sold, and I'm going to show you guys this just because this is how cool this book is. Pele's rookie card becomes soccer's first $1 million card, sells for $1.3 million. It is from 1958, you guys.
yeah, so this book is from the same year, and this is super interesting. Um, but yeah, so I guess that's probably why a VG copy of this sold for $3,000 raw.
Wow.
But I kind of want
Probably.
this.
Hey, Josh, mark me down for one of these. Let's find one.
Yeah, I
I
think
bet you
I kind of
Josh
want, and
already
I
knows
think
what.
and even though Superman and Batman and Robin are on the front cover, I think I'd want the Pele on the, if I'd tell CGC to flip it around.
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Flip that sucker around. And they will do that. As a matter of fact, they did it for a foreign book Josh recently got back.
Yeah, they'll do it. There's several books that have the back cover is like that Bloodstone where it's mini on
Mhm.
the front and then you flip it around and she's full size on the back. That's
Yeah.
much better to look at on the. But yeah,
Yeah.
super interesting. I don't know much about these foreign things. I just know most of them are in really bad condition. But
Yeah. That one looks beautiful right there. All right, next on the Almost 10, another book that came out this week that I'll be honest, this book really died off. It really started to take a deep drop for a while. And you could pick up a lot of these books, Something is Killing Children early books and Department of Truth books. And all those books kind of took a little bit of a nosedive lately. But a big issue coming out this week, and one with multiple variants, which sometimes we love, sometimes we hate, but here it is. This is Something Is Killing the Children, number 26, starting off with the Malieve 1 in 100 variant, which I had a lot of people talk about this week to me, and all the shows I was doing. This book came up multiple times. I'll be honest, man, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this one.
really,
But no, I don't like it. It doesn't. I mean, it just looks like a bad painting. It looks like a bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off on this one, but I'm not a big fan of it. But people love it. People freaking love it, dude.
I mean, in general, I'm not a
I
big
like
fan
it.
of the. Yeah, I'm not. I usually don't like the ones where it's got a picture and then a picture of the same person, so it almost looks like a glamour shot, um, which I don't really like in general.
Mhm.
Um, but I think just the fact that it's kind of a super small and she's being chased by the, by the
Beast.
monsters or
Yeah.
whatever.
Did you say
Um,
glamour shot?
yeah,
Yeah,
glamour
like how
shot.
she's looking over the shoulder, and there's like a
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
See, like Richie, if you went to your bottom left and then I came down here and I was like,
Right.
yeah.
see this, we got our own glamour shot.
Yeah, I think it's about 50-50. Everybody else are saying it. Planet Arizona Comics says, Bryan, speaking of shows, are you going to Old Man Con tomorrow in Scottsdale? I am not. I did not know Old Man Con is going on. Shout out to Fantastic World Comics and Bill out there, and what's his name that works there also, our buddy that used to be on MCM with us. I can't believe I'm spacing on his name. Ish. Yeah, shout out to Ish. So where you guys can go pick up new comics just like this. But Old Man Con is definitely a lot of big boy books, that's for sure. But continuing on with Something is Killing the Children, number 26, the Malie variant, there is a 1 per store variant, it sounds like, which I wonder if Fantastic Worlds got in this week.
Yeah, this is just a 1 per store. This one's just like selling for like 15, 20. The Malie is selling for like 175. So, which is way above ratio. But
did you guys know about the Tiny Onion version?
Ooh, I like it.
Foil from James Tynan the fourth's Tiny Onion Substack.
Who's on the left?
That's that new character.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So big book right here. Big book. A lot of people very optimistic about what the future holds for Something is Killing the Children. You know, option news, it used to be such a big deal. Hell, a couple months ago, it felt like it was a bigger deal than it is nowadays. And I think we just really caught on, and with the disappointment that is options in Hollywood, and about feels like 30% of the time it doesn't happen, or it happens. So
I will say this though. I feel like in 2022 things are going quicker. Like Silk. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But, that was just based on a rumor, based on alerts, apps, so on and so forth. And boom, it just came through. All this MCU stuff that was behind, now it's in indie stuff. I mean, the Gears of War stuff is already going into production, supposedly. So I'm interested to see if, the finishing product. I can't wait.
I'm not sure what's going on with the Tiny Onion stuff, Flame Brain. If anybody that is signed up for the Tiny Onion Substack got any, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. All right. Next on the Almost 10, a beautiful Ashley Wood Tank Girl book right here. Tank Girl Gifting, number 1, the Ashley Wood variant. What was the ratio on? Was there a ratio on this incentive?
MCS didn't show what the ratio was. I'm trying to think back. IDW. I mean, it's an IDW, so they usually do like 1 in 10s. So my guess is that's probably what it is. But like MCS doesn't show what the ratio was.
There was a bunch of them that Ashley Wood did for this. This is issue 2 right here.
1 in 10 retailers incentive. Yeah,
that one's interesting.
That's a 1 in 10.
There's the issue 4.
That's cool.
Issue
4. Yeah,
I like the pink.
It almost looks like a Mafood variant.
Yeah, Mafood. Yeah, you're right. I agree. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So, but this is number 1 right here. What is this selling at?
$50. I don't know. I mean, this is definitely not a book you see. I'm not sure. I can't think of any time I've ran across Tank Girl in back issue bins.
2007.
There was a sale of the first appearance of Tank Girl this week that I covered in the market report on Wednesday. Of course, it was a British eBay sale. I think it sold for like $800, something like that. Raw, beautiful copy. It was gorgeous, and be on the lookout for those super, super tough magazine book. So shout out to Cal L with the $10 super chat. He says, happy holidays to everyone. Much love. Appreciate you. Happy holidays to everybody else out there also. We're coming to that time. It is a wonderful time. I love this time of year.
Guys, if you haven't checked out On the Radar Collectibles, Wednesday nights between 6 and 7 Pacific, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. Now, I know a lot of people NFTs and snap, but I'm learning a lot more about NFTs now. I have a much more open mind. They also cover comic books, baseball, football, all trading cards, getting into Pokemon and TCG. I mean, I can go down the list. Plus, the panel is great. Triple A plus plus plus.
Join the Discord, you guys. The Discord is absolutely crazy. You can find the Discord information in the descriptions of every show. But yeah, we got a crazy Discord going, and we are going to be taking calls at some point, probably starting Wednesday. While you're watching the show, we'll be able to take calls from the audience at the end of the show. So if you have the Discord app installed. All right, let's continue on to the next book this week on the Almost 10. A beautiful Star Wars book. Star Wars Adventures number 20. This is a Valentina Pinto variant. This is the B cover. And this book is quite expensive right now.
Yeah, who's this character? Oh, Press.
Barris Ophi.
Oh, something. I don't know. I don't know these weird Star Wars characters. I don't know anything about, but she's not on the A cover and she's not on the incentive, which is I guess why the B sells for so much. But yeah, it's now selling for $70 and it's just a B cover. So
wow,
this one you may be able to find in a back issue bin.
I think that's down, Ben. This was like $150 book.
I don't care. It's still badass.
The last few sales before the $70 sale were like in the $40 to $50 range.
Oh, I think I'm thinking pandemic prices.
Yeah, you have to ignore pandemic prices.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool book. Love that cover. Great character too. All right, next on the Almost 10, we've got a badass Wonder Woman Mike Allred cover right here.
Wow.
Yeah, if you remember back in the day that during the New 52 era for DC, they would do those like, month-long variant campaigns where it would be like steampunk one month, bombshells the next month, Harley Quinn books one month. Well, one month they did like a Batman 66 month, right? Where I think it was almost exclusively Mike Allred that was doing all the covers, and he
did them all.
He did a ton of Batman 66, aka Adam West Batman stuff. And this is a great cover with band playing in the background and Wonder Woman breaking a guitar with her lasso of truth, which is very interesting.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, these Allreds are hard to find. There's some of them that are you just never see. I've never seen this Wonder Woman. In the wild. I've never seen it. There's several other ones that are really well done that are just really, really hard to find. So they do command, for a lot of them that are hard to find, they do command premiums. This one sold for $80 this week. It's just a 1 in 25, and it's not like Wonder Woman 31 was under-ordered. I mean, there was plenty of them ordered, but you just can't find them for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next on the Almost 10, we have a great Ghostbusters cover. And by the way, you guys, Ghostbusters has some of the best covers, like so many great variants. It is one of the most underrated, underlooked book. Go into your comic stores and look for the Ghostbusters run. You will find so much good stuff. And this is a great cover right here. This is Ghostbusters number 1 from 2011, the Nick Runge 1 in 4 variant.
Yeah, I had to look twice. I initially thought that Dan Aykroyd's character was taking a selfie. He was like this. I thought it was and then I was like, nope, that's just a ghost trap. But it looked like it looked like he was taking a selfie of himself.
Did, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these Ghostbusters, especially the incentives, especially you never see them. They're really, really hard to find. I don't think I've ever even seen this one. I don't remember ever seeing it. I probably would have bought it if I would have seen it. But this sells for over $40. So again, if you do check the Ghostbusters runs, pick this one up for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely put it in your memory bank. All right. Next on the list, one of the all-time favorite Clayton Crane books of many people, the X-Force 22 Clayton Crane variant with X-23. This is the 1 in 15, and just to show you how gorgeous this book is, you guys, it looks great like that, right? And I don't think people realize how good this is until you see it like this. Without anything there, it is one of the best books. I mean, it is gorgeous art.
Yeah, that stupid barcode covers up the city that she's overlooking, and that's
Yeah.
like a huge part of that drawing.
Yeah, it's a bummer. They mess up with barcodes, and we have another barcode mess up coming up later in this episode. But yeah, man, beautiful cover. Such a tough book.
Yeah, I had this once. I had a 9.6, and I think I sold it a long time ago for like $100 or something like that. Well, this now raw is 165 raw. So 9.8s are probably going to be like $500, but if you can find one, that's the thing. I'm not sure you can find it.
I've never seen this in the wild ever, not once. So yeah, the Necrosha covers were excellent. You are correct, Everett, 100%. There were some good ones. So, by the way, those X-Force runs, the Uncanny X-Force runs, all that time period for X-Men books was so great. You had the Hope, time period, Hope stuff going on, if I remember correctly, at the same time. The Angel and the Psylocke stuff going on, the Deadpool stuff going on. It was just a lot of great stuff going on in X-Men world at that time period, it felt like.
Hey, about a month ago, I did find the original Underworld that's got this on with the Beckinsale. I don't know what it is. What is it about that pose, or is it just the moon? What is about that makes it appealing?
I think it's the moon. I think the moon brings out the sex appeal on the character.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that Underworld. It's one of the greatest movie poster looks that I can think of.
Yeah.
And you got to imagine there's not a lot of people ordering, X-Force at issue 23. Issue 22, actually, I think it's the only two covers the issue before. B was a 1 in 15 as well by Clayton Crane. It's a
Was
really
was that the Lost Boys?
The Dust Till Dawn homage.
Oh, which one was the Lost Boys? They had one. There's a Lost Boys cover, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's in this.
I don't
run
remember.
somewhere.
Yeah, I just remember it from something.
I think it's 24. 24B. Yeah, that's a limited variant.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, next on the Almost 10, a hardcover set by the late great Frank Frazetta right here, you guys. And this is a tough one. This is a limited to 120 edition of the Legacy Paintings and Drawings hardcover from 1999.
I'd never heard of this. There were two that sold on Heritage this week of this. Two of the 120 sold. Both of them sold on. One was number 1 of 120, and the other one was like 47 of 120 or something like. Because they're individually numbered. The one of 120 sold for $1,100. The other one sold for $850. To be honest, I think if I had $1,000, I think I want this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben Stein. I've been noticing, especially this season or this year, been going to other secondary markets to find stuff. That is huge. I think we're the only ones that are doing that right now. So shout out to Ben Stein. And Beyond Wednesdays, because they're our sponsor for the Almost 10.
Rosetta is king. You're right, Tomb. You're right. Bound in human skin, says Joey Dementia. I doubt it, but that's only the Necronomicon. I got one of those already.
It is leather though. It is leather bound, which is, again, this is just one of those really, really interesting things that I mean, when it's something's limited that, and it was back in '99, so that was 23 years ago. It's not like it just happened like 2 weeks ago. And I think that honestly, with some of the books that come out now that are limited to like 100, 150, like 10 years from now, people are gonna be like, "What? I don't know anything about that book. I've never even heard of that book."
Yeah.
And then they'll
Yeah.
be like, "I want that," and they won't be able to find it.
No, no. Hey, listen, we're gonna if you guys do sub up at Beyond Wednesdays, you'll notice that we love to talk about other collectibles than just comic books, and that includes novels, first edition novels, limited edition hardcovers, stuff like this. This is the type of stuff that I love to talk about. I love to key in on. I love to think about going to a book sale or a garage sale or walking into some, used record store and finding stuff like this sitting there just waiting for you to pick up, just waiting. And there's a lot of it. So come sub up at Beyond Wednesdays. It's a lot of fun. Let's end it with probably one of the toughest Zombie Tramp books you're ever going to see, you guys. And that is Zombie Tramp number 2 from the original self-published run, the second print. And it is only one way to tell it's a second print, and that's by the light blue Zombie Tramp trade dress. And this one's signed, but man, it's tough to even find images of this book, yet alone the book.
How does that? I'm so confused by it. I saw that, and I was like, well, how do you know that it's a second print and not just a printer error?
That's a great question. If there's any Zombie Tramp fans out there, which there's a ton of them, an absolute ton of them, they'll know because this is a book that is wanted by a lot of those fans. So, first appearance of Dollface in this one too, I believe, and I love the "Pretty Girls Make Graves" tagline for Zombie Tramp. So classic.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know there was this book out there, but um, it sold for $650 this week. So
Okay, so I know how to tell. So the other covers are $4.99 and this one's $5.
There you go.
oh, really? I did not
There
know
you go.
that. That makes it okay. That makes it better than just a printer error with the coloring on the trade dress.
Yeah, cool stuff, man.
Hmm, cool.
Badass. And the one that sold this week was trashed. I mean, it had like 15 spine ticks in it, man. It was fucking trashed. And it sold for a grip, an absolute grip. So, all
Man,
right. Yeah. Yeah, you can't beat stuff like that and finding out stuff like this. You guys, you can walk into places like I'm talking about and see something like this, and something will make you go, "Man, I swear I saw that somewhere." And you'll swear that you saw it on Beyond Wednesdays, the Almost 10.
do you
Thanks
guys?
to
I was gonna say, do you guys care like if something is super rare? Do you care if it's trashed? Or do you just
no.
want it?
I mean, I would like it not to be, but if it's like a one of one, like, do you care if a one of one is a PSA 9?
Well, I mean, because yeah, I mean that's kind of like, I mean, like I think about that. I mean, like I would want to, you know, a Mickey Mantle rookie that's a PSA 1. I mean, I want a
Right.
52 Mantle that's a 1. But would I want
A modern.
this that's trashed? I don't know. Like I think it would eat at me. I feel like I'm Doc Joe and like I can't like this if it's not like super high grade, then I
Mhm.
just would I couldn't look at it if I really wanted it just because I'd see all the spine ticks constantly. Like I've got a there was a gosh, what is that? I don't know. It was one of the oh, it was a Hellraiser book.
Mhm.
And it was like a um it was an incentive, and on the back cover it was signed by Clive Barker.
Right.
Never seen it before. I found it somewhere for like $1 or something like that, and I didn't even notice it. But the cover was really cool, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll buy it for $1." And then I took it out of the bag and saw that Clive Barker had the signature on the back, but the spine was just beat to death. But I didn't care because it was only $1 and it was signed by Clive Barker. I was like, "Well, that's really interesting," but I don't know if I would spend like $200 on it with a mess up spine.
The way I look at it is if it presents well, I don't give a shit if it's a 3.5, even if it's a modern, if it presents well.
Well, you guys want to see something that's going to really make you mad when it comes to that type of stuff? This is the type of stuff you will see on Beyond Wednesdays, you guys. This is the black 1 of 1. How do you guys say this guy's name? Hung Min Son.
Hung Min Son.
He is one. He's like one of the number 1 soccer players in the world right now. And this is his 1 of 1 Panini sticker that somebody didn't know it was a 1 of 1 and peeled it and stuck it in the book.
What the? That's mind blowing.
Oops.
Black Parallel, Hung Min Son in completed Panini World Cup sticker album. The black 1 of 1 Sun sticker was placed in the book before we knew its rarity. This album is used, very good condition. It is complete with all stickers, including foil, stadiums, all players, teams, etc. Look at that, you guys. That card is like super expensive, thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's I don't blame them. It's a sticker. It came in a sticker pack. What do you do with stickers, right? You put them in sticker books or you put them on stuff. So anyways, you guys, that is the Almost 10 this week for November 18th, 2022.